Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Matthew and this is Let's Talk Tools. Today I've got this Ryobi miter saw stand that we're going to be unboxing. We'll get this all set up, mount the miter saw. I've never really had a need for a miter saw stand. Usually whenever I use my miter saw, it's in the backyard and we have a workbench that I'm able to put the miter saw on. So when I started working on this walkway that I'm doing in the front yard, I quickly realized that putting the miter saw on the ground and making 100, 200 plus cuts on the miter saw that's on the ground is not fun. It's not comfortable. My back hurts, my knees hurt. So went to Home Depot yesterday to pick up some more lumber to finish the walkway, and I came across this stand on the floor tucked away in the bottom shelf. I'd noticed that when you look up Ryobi miter saw stands, there are two stands that come up. They look very similar. One of them though was coming up at $59.99, I believe, and another one was coming up at, I believe, $169 or $179. But the only thing that I can tell different about them when you look at this picture was that the handles were black, I believe. I'm assuming the more expensive one is maybe a newer model and this is one of the older models and it's maybe getting phased out. But either way, for 60 bucks, it's still cheaper than When from Lowe's has one for, I think, like $73. I know Harbor Freight's cheapest Warrior stand is $74. Amazon has a few stands that I believe are in the $70 range. So for 60 bucks, so let's go ahead and unbox it and get it all set up. Okay, so as soon as you get here in the box, let's see, you have manual, don't really need that. You do get this cool, I probably have like 7 of these already, but you get this cool little poster you can hang up in your workshop. Shows you all the tools that are in this 18 volt lineup, and then on the back side it'll show you the tools in the 40 volt lineup. So there's that. Let's see, we've got what looks like probably the roller. Now, I know some miter saw stands have these extensions that actually roll, and these don't look like they're going to, which I guess probably isn't a big deal. Okay, so here's the other one. All right, here we have this is what's gonna hold the miter saw. You'll mount your miter saw on here with the mounting points on the saw, and then this will clamp onto the actual stand. So there's 2 of those, and this is the fence for these rollers or stands. All right, some styrofoam, sorted knobs and bolts. All right, and here's the stand. So there's a few more things in here. Not really quite sure what this is. I believe this is how you're gonna mount these to the stand themselves. There's 2 of them. So there are pins or buttons right here. You'll just push that and you'll just flip out each leg. Now this isn't very heavy, but it does feel very sturdy. So that's the stand. Let's set it up this way. You got the adjustable arms, and I believe these go out to 7 feet. Okay, where is that manual? Don't throw out the manual, because you need to reference it. There are lots of moving parts, and it'll make stuff go so much quicker than me just trying to figure it out. So now let's go get the miter saw so we can mount them to these. As you can see here, these are the mounting points. There's one there, there, and then on each side. Okay, so in the pack, in the box, you are gonna get the bolts and nuts, washers to mount this. And you're gonna get 2 different sizes. So there's a smaller size, which I assume is for like the 7 1/4 miter saw, and then you get these bigger ones, and these are the ones that we're going to be using. Got our ratchet and socket. We are using a 13mm socket. Moment of truth. Okay. Drop that down. Line this up in the center. Then we'll push these on. Push the locks down and we're good. All right. So there you go. We mounted the miter saw. Now before we continue, I just wanted to take a minute to thank Matthew over at unpluggedmounts.com for sending me these awesome 3D printed mounts for my tools. These mounts were so easy to put up in my shed. As you can see, in a few minutes, I set up at least 10 different mounts. Now they are lightweight, they're sturdy, and they look great basically wherever you want to put them. And he even offers these mounts for most of the major tool brands. So if you'd like to try them out for yourself, head on over to unpluggedmounts.com and use code LTT5 at checkout for $5 off your order of $25 or more. Alright everyone, so that's going to do it for this video. We got this miter saw stand, like I said, solely for the purpose of finishing this walkway. Afterwards, we'll see. It does fold up pretty small, so we should be able to store it pretty easy. So after we've got this project done, we'll probably fold it up, put it in the shed. Now I might leave these brackets on the actual miter saw because they are kind of a hassle to put on. So we'll probably do that, but as far as the rest of the stand goes, we'll fold it up, put it in the shed, and then the next time we're working on something like this where we're going to be away from the like our workbench, we'll probably bring it out and try it again. So that's been the review of this Ryobi universal miter saw stand. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment down below if there's anything you want to see differently, if there's anything new you'd like to see. And if you enjoyed this content and you would like to see more of it, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification so that way you can get notified every time I upload new videos. So that is going to do it for this one, guys. We will see you in the next one.